Imagine an island right in the heart of the Mediterranean. On this island, a civilization blossomed long before Greece, Rome, or even Egypt reached their golden age. These were a people so advanced, so artistic, and so peaceful that historians now call them the first great maritime empire. This is the story of the Minoans, the mysterious rulers of the sea. Long before the Greeks wove tales of Zeus and Minos, a brilliant society flourished on the island of Crete. Starting around 3000 BCE, they weren't just building huts. They were constructing colossal palaces, crafting breathtaking art, and mastering the sea routes that connected continents Europe, Africa, and Asia. We call them the Minoans, named after the mythical king Minos from Greek legend. But their true leaders, their real kings and queens, remain a complete mystery to us. Their most famous palace, Knossos, was a sprawling labyrinth of rooms, halls, and courtyards, a true architectural wonder of its time. Now, here's something that makes the Minoans truly stand out. They had no massive armies. You won't find giant defensive walls encircling their cities. So, why weren't they afraid of invasion? Because their true power didn't come from swords and shields. It came from the sea. Their fleet of ships didn't just rule the waves. It dominated the entire Mediterranean. They were master traders, sailing far and wide to exchange their exquisite pottery, rich olive oil, fine wine, precious stones, and valuable bronze. Many historians are convinced that they created the world's very first naval empire, but one built on trade and diplomacy, not conquest and war. It was an empire of peace, and these people loved beauty. Their palaces weren't cold stone fortresses. They were vibrant galleries filled with magnificent frescoes, brightly colored paintings of dolphins leaping from the waves, graceful dancers in motion, blooming flowers, and the powerful figure of the bull covered their walls. Unlike so many other ancient civilizations whose art focused on warfare and glory, the Minoans celebrated nature, joy, movement, and life itself. Even their religion seems to have been a peaceful one, centered around powerful female priestesses, sacred rituals involving bulls, and worship on holy mountaintops. But the Minoans hold one of the greatest secrets of the ancient world. They had a written language, a script we call Linear A. They etched it onto clay tablets, recording their transactions, their stories, their beliefs. And here's the puzzle. To this day, no one on earth has been able to decipher it. Not a single word. Their voices, their history, their inner thoughts, all are lost to time, locked away in a code we can't crack. What stories did they tell? What gods did they pray to? We can only guess. Then, around 1600 BCE, came the cataclysm. The volcano on the nearby island of Thera, what we now call Santorini, erupted with unimaginable force. An explosion hundreds of times more powerful than an atomic bomb. The blast triggered monstrous tsunamis that slammed into the shores of Crete. A thick blanket of ash fell from the sky, choking the fields and darkening the sun for days. Trade routes collapsed. The delicate balance of their peaceful empire was shattered, and they never fully recovered. This devastating event was so immense that some scholars believe it was the real-life inspiration for Plato's legendary story of the lost city of Atlantis. Though their civilization faded, the Minoans were not erased from history. Their magnificent palaces still stand today, weathered by thousands of years. Their vibrant art still glows with life, preserved in museums around the world. And their influence profoundly shaped the later Greek world, which would go on to lay the foundations of Western civilization. Even famous Greek legends, like the tale of the Minotaur in the labyrinth, are echoes of the Minoans' ancient bull rituals and their complex palaces. They may have vanished into the mists of time, but they left behind a legacy that changed the course of history. The Minoans were sailors, artists, and pioneers of peace in an age defined by war. This was the story of the lost empire of the sea. If you love exploring the legends of the ancient world, Make sure to subscribe to Age of Stories for more incredible journeys into the past. Thanks for watching.